when they were saying, write the people you have crush on. Did you see that?
Did you go on it?
Almost 500
How
girls.
many
They
did
all
you
like,
get? How many
huh?
did you get?
None.
Huh?
Ah,
Yeah,
did
right.
it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Valentine, it's really nice having you on the program.
It's a pleasure.
And hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, and before you go, I just would like to say the people we put on here, they don't know that they're coming on the program. We don't tell them, right?
This is a surprise.
Yeah.
They're not meant to know. As celebrities, as popular faces out there, yeah, we'll talk about you, good or bad. So behave yourselves.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Thank you. It's nice to have
You're
you. I'll
welcome.
see you again next
You're
week.
welcome.
Jeff. Yes, next on the program, I had an interview 2-3 weeks ago with, of course, Dudu Ja and Issa Jame, and they talked about jains and witchcraft and Marabu work, and a lot of people were interested in this program and said we should have it again, and I made a promise to them before they left to say that I would invite them again on the show. So Dudu, if you can make your way here now, you can come over. I promised that we would have them again because the time was really short. I think it was like 15 minutes or something, and it was not enough. You're walking right in front of my camera. Isa, you can come. You're welcome. So how are you doing? I had after, is your mic on? I had after the program, you had like tens and thousands of phone calls, right? From people.
I think,
Yeah, you can lean back a little bit.
I think really I have to begin with that. It was actually a surprise that having calls from America, England, Finland, Mauritania, people have been calling even the Gambia all over.
Okay, these are
So
people who
I never
are watching
expected
the program.
something like that. But it also made me to understand, like, Fatu Show has a large audience.
Yeah, it has a large audience. Thank you for saying that
You're
again.
welcome.
Yes, say hello to the viewers. Esa Jame. Yeah.
Hello to the viewers.
Yeah. Actually, you know, when we had that program the last time, I left the studio and I had a call from this guy. He's a Marabo. Actually, he called me to say that he was watching the program and he heard it when you said the Marabos work with jinns. He said he's a Marabo, but he never worked with any jinn. So he wants us to rectify that point and make it clear because he said he's never seen a jinn before. And he's the sheriff. Actually, I promised to call him so we can have him on air. But I don't know. I'll talk to the director of the program. Sira Sise is here right now. She would try to reach the guy. If it is possible, then we can have him on the program for him to make his contribution. So he said not every Marabu works with the jinn.
Okay, before I comment onto that, if you really allow me, I want to send great things to the people up there, at least for the audience to know who they are.
Yeah.
These are people from Assembly of Gambia Muslim Youths, Agami, and Federation of Gambia Muslim Students Organization, FEGAMSU. Also, just to send a shout out to two people, Daddy Sila in Italy, and one Boubacar Siddiqui Jammeh in the US.
Oh, yes, I know him.
Yeah. He just called before we came in for the program, so he's always following it. Coming back to what you said about like Marabus not working with jinn, okay, I think like we have to define what a Marabu is, because each and every Marabu, what we know as Marabu, they work with jinns.
Yeah.
Okay, like if he says he doesn't work with jinns, then he's not a Marabu.
Ah.
No.
Yeah, but Isa, you think every Marabu should work with a jinn?
I said it the last time. It depends on how you define the name.
Yeah.
Like when you say Sering or Moro, what we know in our local languages are people who have students. They teach them Islam and they benefit people. I told you most of them
Marabus,
also.
I think we're referring to the ones that would do prayers for people until you take out this charity and that charity.
Sometimes it's a blasphemy. There is what we call sorcerers. They are the ones who cast spell on people. So you have to understand the difference.
Yeah, but then there are few like people I know who are like very religious and they're elderly people, and people will say, "Kituri yala la am." Don't you think that can also happen? Like amna nit yo hamne, they can have turi yala, and then whatever they pray for people, it will happen. And then these are people who might not even use jinns.
Okay, if I may comment on that, like mostly people who come for treatment, most of them I ask them, do you tie these charms, Julius? They tell me yes. I ask them, what's written in it? They tell me, I don't know. I haven't received one yet that tell me that I know what's in it.
Because
So I always challenge them. I
Yeah.
tell them, okay, can you remove it? Let's see. They said, no. The person who gave it to me told me it's Allah's name in it, and they use the Quran. I said, I challenge you. And mostly they open it, and what we see there is not Quran, and I can show you proof
Yeah,
of
but
that.
they say there is everything in the Quran. Like if you want to do good for somebody, if you want to pray for somebody, maybe somebody wants to marry, a woman wants to marry this man. And you know, the woman, that is very common now, even if we deny it, the woman will go and say, you know, la family. The first time you start dating a man, now the family will check and see, does this guy have money? And then the next day, one guy jogal si affaire. And then the way nga joge, moy dem si sering. Ligay ko, and some of these things happen.
They normally have a side effect.
Yeah.
Some people go with good intention, like help me so that my husband can love me.
Yeah.
So what the marabu does is he casts a spell on the husband, and it becomes abnormal. Before the husband doesn't love her, but now the husband will start loving her. But it has side effect. Later on, the husband will start having diseases.
Okay, but now what they say is renew it. Because everybody knows this Marabu work things, it don't last. We all know. Anybody who does that, you know it don't last. And then they will say renewal. You go every time. How about that? Maybe that would make it stay if you keep renewing.
It's not real. You know what you have to understand is their job is blasphemous. Yeah. They work with the jinn. Most of them, they will deny that. Yeah. But they normally send a jinn on some people so that the spell can work correctly. Yeah. So, but you don't have to look at the result. Even the idols, they have result. Yeah. You can go to an idol, you tell the idol, I want rain, and then rain will come, you see. So, but you have to understand that it's Allah who is doing everything. Yeah. What we have to tell the people is, anytime they have a problem, they pray 2 raka, they make istighfar, then Allah will solve their problems.
Yeah. But then some of these things, like they will tell you, if you do set, you know, you go the one that take the cowries thing, they said that's not good. But if you are telling me that, you know, this marabut thing is not very reliable, people should stop and pray to Allah. But there's listihar. And I think that's in the Quran, right?
It's like the word listihar is an Arabic word, which means istikhara, not listihar. Like the word is, you know, damaged somehow. It's not said properly. And no one can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah, but people do it for other people.
It's not right.
I've done that before, and I'm sure you've done that before.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. You have to do it for yourself, not to go to people. Because right now, what's in your heart, if you don't tell people, they cannot guess.
But when you go, you don't tell them. You just say, okay, I want to pay you. Can you do listihar for me? And then they say, call me in the morning.
Yes.
And they call you in the morning and give you a result. And sometimes you'll be like, sometimes you'll be like,
that's easy. That's easy.
No, because they don't know you.
Yes, I'm explaining why it is easy. This is why I said they use the jinns, because jinns, they live with us. Okay, in our houses, in our homes, they're everywhere. So they get information from them. They know us better than humans do. Because whilst you are alone, no one is seeing you. A jinn is standing and watching you. Where you're hiding your money, nobody sees it. The jinn is watching. If for those who go to what they call this jalang, where he tells you, you know, it's Mr. X who put it under the bed sheet and all that. You go and it's true. But who gives the information? Because so even when you knock on their doors, they will ask, who's there?
So it's the jinns that give the information?
Exactly.
Ah, so they're the ones who... So then what this sheriff guy is telling me is that not all of them work with jinns, and you are saying that every marabu works with jinns.
You cannot be a marabu without working the jinns. What we say is if you are a marabu, it means you have students that you teach Islamic teachings, and you benefit the people. You know, in the society, you teach them Islamic etiquettes. But with regards people going to you, we say that is not Islamic, because istikhara is prophetic. Jabir bin Abdullah said, the Prophet ﷺ taught us istikhara as he taught us Fatiha. That anybody who has something, you pray 2 raka, you make the dua, and then you consult Allah. If this issue is good for me, you make it easy for me. So it is not necessary for somebody to do it for you.
Yeah, but that's all you can do is hard for yourself.
Yeah,
you don't have to recite some verses in the Quran. You just pray and you just pray and ask Allah. Yeah, but then don't you think, because what I'm saying, if people are sick, they go to a doctor. Sometimes you can treat yourself at home using antibiotics. But in everything we do, like they will say, there are people who are close to God, very, very close to them. So if you go to them and say, pray for me, I don't think that is wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
Because maybe we think they're closer.
It depends what type of prayer.
No, if it is good.
How would
Like,
you know? Like, if you're not versed in the Quran and he's reciting something, how would you know it is authentic?
no, because they don't normally recite something in your presence, right?
Even you are close to God.
Yeah, I know.
Even
you know,
you are
I
close to
actually,
God.
I must say this, and I'm on TV, I won't lie. The thing about is, I don't, you know, this Marabu thing, they're too slow. Like, they will tell you that this guy we know is really good. He will do something 1 day, 2 days. I mean, for me, I pray 5 times a day. That's what I